Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Kari's Crowdfunding Corner. Tonight we're doing another creator spotlight. And with us we have Franco from Oh Yeah Comics and also the creator of Extraterrestrials, which is his current Kickstarter project. So Franco, how you doing?
Pretty good. Thank you for inviting me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, love your work. Love having you on. I watch you whenever I can over with John and everybody
Mhm.
and when you're doing your other stuff. I know you had
Oh,
how's the
I'm
Twitch
sorry.
channel?
I'm sorry about
Oh.
that. Yeah.
I everything I know about New Trek, I know because of you guys,
There you
and
go.
and it's very strange. I'm like, I have all these opinions about things I've never seen, and I'm like, and somebody vomits glitter.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm on there either, but it's fun to, jaw it out with those guys about our love of Star Trek, so it's fun.
Yeah, you you do some live shows too on your own stream, and I like catching those when I can. I haven't caught any lately. I don't know if you
You
haven't been
haven't
doing
gotten
them or
any, yeah, you haven't gotten any lately because I just been busy. Just I was telling you beforehand that my mother's got pretty severe dementia and it just takes up a lot of time. So I've just had to pull back from a lot of things. The one thing that I've been able to do is sit next to her with my iPad and draw. So if I have to drop that or stop it, I can pick it up at any time. So hence the Kickstarters that are coming your way.
yeah. Well, you've been doing pretty good with them, and it's hard to do because you're doing all ages Kickstarters,
Yeah.
and and that is harder to do when you're targeting. I mean, you aren't necessarily targeting young adults because some of your stuff is considered, to be kids or young adults, but all of us love it that are adults as well,
Oh, thank
and
you.
I don't think people like get that so much of the stuff that you guys put out, like, yeah, it might be it's good for little ones to be able to read. It's something that they aren't going to get a lot of blood and gore or swearing or anything like that. But it's also amazing content for adults and really touching stuff or really amusing stuff too. So
Yeah, I get, pigeonholed into this. Oh, he's a kids content creator. But I create content for all ages, literally. So,
yes,
if you're older, you should be able to read the story and get something out of it as well.
yeah, and I've read some of your for adult stuff as well, which is great. And I'm going to talk to you about that. I'm hoping to
Cool.
at a
Okay.
Terrificon. If
Oh, okay.
hey, can I do an interview with you at Terrificon? Would that be
Sure.
okay?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I have things I wanted to talk to you about last year, and I missed you because of the way everything was
hmm
running. But okay, so extraterrestrials. Give me the pitch for it. How did this come about being? Because it looks really cool.
Yeah, so Jason May is a pretty good buddy. If you don't know his work, you've probably seen it. He's the artist on all the Lego stuff, like the Lego books and comics and stuff like that. He's worked on that for the longest time. And then just we got to talking. I think it may have been way back when we were set up next to each other at Terrificon, actually, at one point, we started talking about maybe doing a project together. And we pulled out this idea. We started talking about things that, we like. And whenever I work with an artist, when I'm not drawing the book, which this one is illustrated by Jason May, who did an amazing job. He's got a really cool style that fit this book perfectly. I like to ask them what they like to draw, and from that conversation comes a lot of what's in the book. He likes to draw space stuff and he likes to draw skateboards and all that stuff is in the book. So basically the elevator pitch is this is kind of like, Goonies or it's got more of a goofy tone. So, I would say Stand By Me, but it's more Goonies mashed with Star Wars. And that, you got these four kids that are, you know, um, going to the bus stop, going to school in the morning, and they're abducted by aliens and transported to the far side of the galaxy. And you think it's something random until you find out it's not, and they have to figure out what's going on, and they take on like this Overlord character that's the bad guy on that part of the universe. And he's wanting to come to Earth to take over eventually, so they have to kind of stop him.
Awesome. And I love how you describe the kids with little bits here and there, but there's one I need to know. Neil, the always awkward kid who eats peanut butter and pickle sandwiches, is
Yeah,
That's a very specific
yeah,
description of it. It
yeah. Um, I like peanut butter, and Jason likes pickles. So we just mash them. No, I don't know if he likes pickles or not, but I hate pickles, honestly. But I needed something kind of gross, for him to, eat. I don't know that anybody would eat that. I guess people would, peanut butter and pickle sandwich, but that's what he likes, and I needed to set him up, as a very awkward, kid, and you'll find out why in the book. But
okay.
yeah, I need to set that up right away. So that's like one of the first things that happens in the first few pages is he grabs his lunch to go to school, and you find out it's a pickle and peanut butter sandwich.
I personally like bread and butter pickles with cheese on a sandwich. It's
Well, maybe try it
it,
with peanut butter and let me know what it's like.
I I think I would do dill if I did peanut butter. I don't know. It just sounds weird, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up the Kickstarter so everybody can get a look at it. And I I haven't pledged yet. I will, but I've learned that when I start doing these, I don't pledge beforehand so that people can't find out exactly how much I'm spending on a monthly basis on Kickstarters
Right.
because
I won't tell anyone.
okay, cool. Um, okay, so you've already beat your goal and you've actually gotten a couple of your stretch goals going.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we've got the campaign has been a success. There's going to be a sticker set. We'll scroll down to that in a little bit. Sketch pages, the making of, and a goodie bag. And guys, we just have to get up to the $5,000 mark. You still have 2 weeks to get there, so we can do it. We've gotten this far in 2 weeks, so we can double that easily. And we get it's your Speed Racer book, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically, the thought process behind these things is if we gear it towards the stretch goals, that you get something extra for the same amount of money. So, for $22, you get a 120-page graphic novel that tells the entire story of extraterrestrials. And then for, each stretch goal, for that same $22, we hit the first stretch goal, which was stickers, and you get that added on for free. Second stretch goal, we added more pages, like the making of, to the book, so you get extra pages in the book. So now it's become a 128-page graphic novel instead of a 120-page graphic novel. And then
Nice.
the goodie bag at 250, 2,500 is basically. I've done a lot of comics in my time, and I have a lot of single issue floppy comics in my storage room, and I need to get rid of them. So for the that extra money, you're going to get the extraterrestrials book, the stickers, the extra pages in the book, and you're going to get a goodie bag from like 2 to 3 comics from my past. It could be Tiny Titans, it could be Patrick the Wolf Boy, it could be Oh Yeah Comics, and I have a bunch of other stickers and other fun giveaways that So you never know what you're going to get in the goodie bag. And then if we reach our ultimate goal of the 5K, for that same $22, you not only get all that other stuff, but you get my 100-page graphic novel that I wrote for paper cuts of Speed Racer Adventures. So potentially for $22, you're going to get 2 graphic novels and a whole bunch of other comics and goodies.
I love that. And I like that you're putting comics in your goodie bag, even if it's just stuff that you need to
Yeah,
clear out. Because a lot of times goodie bags are like, you get 3 stickers and a magnet or something, which
right.
is fine for a goodie
Yeah.
bag. But getting extra comics is always so that like, ooh, yay, I want
Yeah,
that.
it's always fun because a couple of the other Kickstarters I had done that too. I actually on the on the Kickstarter before, I think the Greatest Little Luchador Kickstarter, I didn't even tell anybody I was going to do that, and I just put in extra comics, and I had people come up to me and say, "Oh, I didn't know you worked on that comic," or "Where can I get the other ones?" and stuff like that. So it generated some interest on stuff that I've done in the past, which is always cool.
Oh, that's awesome. So, okay, how you said before that we're gonna go through this is some of the artwork that you can see, guys. And yeah, it looks super cute, but cool. Like you have a great palette going, or Jason does, and it and the BAMs. So we've got the aliens, we've got the kids. Um, it looks great. Now, are you self-publishing this, or because I know, like you said, you go through paper cuts, but this is just straight for
Yeah,
you, right?
yeah. This is all my projects in my mind at some point I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get published by a company. That's just not always the case, for whatever reason they're not interested in this or that or the other thing. So although I do still work for some of the larger companies, and I have, like, so I'm currently working on the third speed racer trade, not trade, graphic novel right now. So there there's a, you know there's still work there for me, but there's projects that are a little quirky, that just won't be picked up by mainstream publishers. So this goes back to my self-publishing days, way back when I started. I would print the book myself, and now we didn't have Kickstarters back then, but now that I do, I'm able to get this to my core fan base, and I'm humbled that they pick up the books that I do, but it helps me publish a good number of books, so this way I could take them with me to conventions or appearances or even the Oh Yeah comic shops. And there's a retailer level in here, so if you wanted to get some for your store, if you're a store that's out there, it gives you the opportunity to get a book that normally wouldn't be published by someone. Either they're too short or they're too long, or the subject matter is not what they like. But I'm really approaching Kickstarter as my own private laboratory where I can, put things together, projects together that I really like. I'm working right now. I know this one hasn't even finished yet, but I'm working on another Kickstarter that I hope to launch in October of this year. And it's kind of Halloween themed, and it's about a ghost and a skeleton. And I'm doing that a lot different than I've done any other comics. So I'm drawing the images with that one, and I'm manipulating photographs that myself or my friend took in the background as backgrounds. So it's a pretty neat process, but I don't know that a publisher would pick that up. They'd be like, "Well, what's this?" But um, it Kickstarter is my laboratory, and I can experiment with things. Maybe some things will work, and maybe it doesn't. If it doesn't get funded. I don't print it. But I'm very happy and humbled that they are getting funded.
Well, Halloween's my birthday, and that's
Really,
why
there you
one of the
go.
reasons why I'm a big horror person. So definitely gonna have you back in October when you have that up. If it's
Okay,
if you go in, if you'd like to, I'm just
absolutely, yeah.
I would love to do that. So we're gonna look at the rewards. You have them all here, but I'm gonna hop over so we can see because I want to do the add-ons and stuff as well.
Hmm.
Um, so start you do a very simple one. I enjoy this because I have a friend who I think I told you about her one of the last times we had you on where she puts up I love Carissa to death, but she has like 40 or 50 different tiers you can choose from and then like more add-ons than can actually be listed on the
Right.
main page. And which is great because she like everybody funds her. She loves it. She loves putting out plushies and stickers and magnets and
Hmm.
like 40 she has boxes and books and things in little jars and all these things and it's great and it's great for her comic, but for some comics you don't need to have 400 different things. So
No, everybody does their own, and I certainly get solicited, and people tell me, "Oh, you should do this or do this," and I'm like, it's my Kickstarter. I can run it how how I want it, and putting a lot of add-ons and a lot of other stuff kind of like rattles my brain. I like to see things
mhm.
more streamlined. If you want a digital copy, it's there. If you want this, it's there. If you want that, so that I set it up the way I would like to see it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's right or it's wrong. It could not be your thing, but it's my thing. So there you go.
And already gone here the early bird special because I didn't get in early enough on this, and the kids are all right actual cover art, which that was cool. And
Okay.
I'm sad that I didn't get a chance to put that up before, but I'm glad that somebody got it already.
Yeah.
Um,
It was gone.
so,
It was the first thing that sold, actually.
oh, really?
Yeah.
You People are like chomping at the bit. When is he going to put this? I got it. All right. So, starting off, you guys, you can get just a digital copy, and you aren't going to get add-ons with this if you get just a digital copy. But
um. Yeah.
or can you? Or is
You
it?
can. You'd have to pay for the ship. I don't think it's available with the digital stuff because it's just if you're getting the digital book, we're not sending you anything, so I don't think you really
Yeah,
get any of the add-ons, and that's why it's priced a lot cheaper than the actual book.
yeah. And then for just a couple bucks more, you can get the physical copy of the book. And this is where we can go through some of the different add-ons you have now. So this is just the regular copy of the book, not signed, no special cover or anything. But you have uh, decals that are glow in the dark.
Yeah, those are the three stickers that you're going to get anyway. So if you wanted to add on more, you could. But those are the three stickers that come
Okay,
with the first stretch goal.
okay. So we got these already coming to us, guys. Next up, these are some of the different comics that you've done in the past.
Hmm.
So um, I don't know if you want to tell us more about them, or if we should just flip through. I don't know how old. I don't. How old is Zombie Cat Soul Quest?
That's was published, I believe year before last or last year. I can't remember. So my son and I wrote the book, and we're both working on the artwork. I drew it, and he's doing colors and stuff like that,
Oh, cool.
inking. And that's the first issue of four, and we're finishing up the rest of it now, and we're going to be putting it out as a graphic novel, probably as a Kickstarter next year sometime. But we couldn't wait putting out the first issue. We wanted people to get like a sampling of it. But then the rest of the book is going to be a graphic novel when it comes out altogether.
Okay. And the Greatest Little Luchador is the one that you just got done funding just a bit ago.
Yeah, we
And
did. That was the one before we did Ghost Moon. Yeah.
right, so this is if you like uh, well, luchadors, it's Mexican wrestling, right? Is that I don't
Yeah, it's
I'm
Lucha
totally
Libre.
simplifying
Yeah,
that,
it's
but
Lucha Libre, which is also here in the States as well. But they're masked wrestlers, and
okay.
they're if you go back to my very first Kickstarter, it was the LXT game that I did, the card game, and these are some of the characters from that. But this was done in a very different style. It was more, colors and pencils rather than inks and colors that you usually see in a regular comic book. So it was again, every one of these Kickstarters has been different because I'm experimenting with something. I want to see if I can make it fly. So basically, basically, this was my attempt at like, if I did this with colored pencils and no inks, what would it look like?
Oh, hey, John.
Oh, John,
I
yeah.
missed you there. John, what are you doing? It's
Hmm.
on the other page. Next we have your Feral variant cover. I love Feral. My dearly departed kitty has her picture in one of the issues of Feral.
Oh, wow.
Um, so yeah, so she is forever in the comic book world. Which issue was it for Feral that you did?
That was the first issue.
It
We
is.
did,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So that's I don't know if you remember the movie Outbreak. That was the parody of the cover because they did parodies of or homages to all the different horror movies, and that was Outbreak from way back in the day. And I love Tony Fleece and Trish. They're awesome.
Oh, yeah. We've had him on a couple times, and definitely talking about Feral because and Stray Dogs, and then they're together, and then but
Yeah.
it's yeah. I You did a really good job on the cover. I
Oh,
think
thank
I
you.
ordered it last time that I bought from you, but if I didn't, I'll be getting it this time around. And that does come signed.
Yep.
Um, you
Yeah. All
also
all all the books come signed. Yep.
all the books come signed. Okay, so then we have the Ninja Kaiju,
Hmm.
and as you say here, ninjas and kaijus. What can be more fun than that?
Yeah.
Um,
That's a graphic novel I did with Scoot McMahon, Scott McMahon, Scoot we call him, and he's just an amazing cartoonist, and you know, I was just thinking like, man, why can't we do like a book like this with like ninjas and like kaiju's, and he goes, yeah, why don't we? so so that was
all
literally the idea. What if a ninja was a kaiju? So
right, and then Chase Speedington. Um,
mhm.
this one's a this one's a bit newer, I think, isn't it? Or well,
Actually,
all of your stuff.
Ninja
Maybe I'm
Kaiju and Chase Speedington both came out last year. So,
okay.
and actually the next two, or the Flash Gordon came out within the last year or two. I've been a little bit busy, but yeah,
Yeah, bit.
yeah.
So okay, so all of these will come outside. The Flash Gordon stuff is so much fun. It's a bunch of little stories that go together.
Hmm.
And I had somebody on the show who worked on one of them with you, and I can't remember offhand now who it was. It might have been Jesse Scobel, sound right? Maybe, or
Um, No, maybe there were the second volume was a lot of people. So Jason May, who illustrated the Extraterrestrials, is in Flash Gordon Volume 2 as well. But Christy Russo, a whole bunch of people,
Okay.
in the Flash Gordon second volume.
Yeah. Oh no, it wouldn't have been Jesse, but yeah, I did have somebody on who's in your second volume. Um, we also Ghostlight Tales, and this is longer. Um, and this is more of an adult. Well, no, it says it's all ages, but
Yeah,
it's
it leans more
goofier.
towards, if you think of Goosebumps, in terms
Okay.
of that. So this is a book that has prose stories and comics in it. So, and the prose stories, some of the people that we have are, Krista Carmen, who's a Bram Stoker Award winner. Just like, we have multiple, Bram Stoker Award winners in the book. So if you like creepy horror, that'd be the book for you. And again, that was a crowdfunding book that we did before, right after the LXT and before uh, the Greatest Little Luchador. So again, it was an experimental book that mixed prose with comics and just a lot of fun to do.
Okay. Next up, we have a Mandalorian artwork by you with ink paint markers, and that I'm assuming it's just one of one,
Yeah,
or
these next few are just the artworks are just one of ones, and I think that one's taken already, sold. Um,
oh,
the
okay,
Mandalorian one, but then there's yeah, Cal jumping over the moon. So I tried to go through these drawings that I had, and I picked out all the space themed ones, and I put it up
okay,
in the extraterrestrial campaign.
that makes sense. And it's great artwork that to get from you. I know I got I think 2 years from you 2 years ago at Terrificon. I commissioned a piece about Leo being Superman from you, and he's still using that as his avatar to this day.
Oh
He was
yeah, I
so
remember
tickled
that. Yeah.
by it.
Hmm.
Yeah, he loves that. That's what his Facebook picture is of
Oh, that's
him.
awesome.
So yeah. Here's the Overlord's Gambit cover, and that's exclusive to Kickstarter, correct?
Yeah, so the Overlord Gambit cover and the Kids Are Alright cover are both exclusive to Kickstarter, so that's the only place you're going to be able to get those. And they're on the add-ons in case you wanted to get the main cover of the book and add on um, the other ones, or wanted to get an extra copy of the book itself, the regular cover. So we put them into the add-ons as well. But yeah, the Kickstarter is the only place you're going to be able to get those. We order those printed to the number that we have, and just a couple extra just for us.
Okay. And then commissions from both of you.
Hmm.
Um, and is there a limit on these, or are you just kind
Yeah,
of going
there
as
is a
you get?
limit. Jason's limited to 10. I think he's got a
Oh,
couple left. Mine are limited to 5, but they're all taken.
oh, okay.
No.
So ignore these guys, or ignore this one. You're gonna have to go up and get it in person. And then the original art here. Uh,
Yeah, Jackson, the space bunny from Star Wars comics, um, and then Captain Marvel and Kylo Ren. Again, space themed uh, characters for a space themed book.
and those are large size too, so that's a really
Yeah,
good deal.
those are 9 by 12s. Yeah.
And then we have the original art pages, five of those, and
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
those are the first 5 pages of the book that Jason put in, because he started to draw the book traditionally on paper. So he only has the first issue, the artwork for the first issue, pencils for or the first 20 pages, I should say, chapter, and then pencils for the second chapter, and then he went completely digital after that. So I convinced him you don't need those pages. What are you going to do with them? So we put them
Okay.
up for sale.
All right, so these are the different add-ons you can get, guys, and then we're gonna go back over here to see what the different tiers still are. For $27, just $5 extra, you can go ahead and get a copy of the regular book signed by both Franco and Jason. Next, the Overlord's Gambit. That is that special cover we were just talking about by Jason. Um, the Kids Are All Right variant, and that is one of yours.
Hmm.
And that is that's limited. Is that Kickstarter only? But
Yep. The
Yep.
Overlord and the Kids Are Alright are Kickstarter only.
All right. Buddy system here, guys. You can get two of them for $35. And so if you got a friend or somebody else who would like this, go ahead and you get the original cover of the book, and you get one for a friend as well. You can, and you'll work out shipping and stuff afterwards in the survey, so you can
Mhm.
see how to get it if you can get things shipped. Or is this one? Are you able to like ship it to the buddy if they pay the price for like, hey, I'm in New York and hey, I'm in Boston. Can you ship them
Yeah,
separately
it's
in the
usually
survey?
we ship it to the one person, unless you could pick up at one of the stores or something like that. We can do that, but we usually ship it to the one person who ordered it, and then you can hand it off to your buddy.
You send it to your buddy. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, Cosmic VIP, you get the signed villain variant cover by Jason May. And here's what you're talking about with the retailer bundle.
Mhm.
You get, you, I mean, guys, do you have to be a retailer to get, I'm assuming, to get the,
You don't necessarily have to, but I don't. If you want 6 copies of the book, you can absolutely get um, the retailer bundle. Sure.
if, well, I mean, like I want to get one for a buddy. I can just get one for six buddies or
There
five
you go.
buddies.
There you
Man,
go. Then you could get the backseat bundle.
I, I, I'm really tempted. I'm actually thinking about this now. And then the last one here is the extra terrestrials cover art for $200, and you get a signed copy of the book that goes with that.
Hmm.
And that one looks like it is still left available for us.
Yes.
So yeah, so those are all the different tiers that you can get and the rewards. And this really, you're doing really good. It's come through the first 2 weeks. You've got more than funded and over halfway through to your final stretch goal.
Hmm.
Are things in a slump right now, or because I know it goes up and down when you
Yeah,
go through Kickstarter?
again, very very humble and honored that we were funded within the first 3 hours, which is fantastic. So you don't have to worry about the rest of the month. I've had a couple of Kickstarters where we're 3 or 4 weeks in and coming down to the wire, and we're like, "Ugh, are we gonna make it?" So it's a good feeling to know that the book's been funded on the first day. Yeah, and we're just trying to get word out and see if people could get eyes on it and if it's something they're interested in. Um, to pick up. We still have, I believe, as of right now, we have 14 days left
Hmm?
in the campaign, so we have a bunch of time. We're hoping to get to the 5 grand. If we don't make it, that's okay. We're funded, so we're in a good place. But yeah, again, if people are encouraged to tell their friends about it, if they've already jumped in and we get to the 5 grand, everybody gets another graphic novel for the same price.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm putting in the link here, sending out the link to the Kickstarter should be in the show notes up above, down below, depending on where you're looking on. But I'm putting it in the group chat here as well, so you can make sure you go do it. And because, like I said, there's a retail. Like he said, there's a retailer bundle. So let your local comic book shop know about it, so they can hop in and get it. Don't just wait for them to decide. With all of these Kickstarters that have retailer bundles, you should go out and say, hey, this is something I want to read. This is somebody that I enjoy checking out. So please start picking them up. And then they'll see, like, oh, hey, I got into this comic by Franco and it sold really well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start following him and buying his comics and stuff.
That would be awesome and much appreciated.
Yes, because we want to see you on shelves. We want to
Well,
see you on
thanks.
shelves everywhere. But so what was your favorite thing about working on this with Jason?
Um, just you know, the thing I enjoy about comics is making them, obviously. But I've made comics where I've worked on them. By nature, they're a collaborative thing, so you're always working on projects with someone, unless I'm writing and drawing the entire thing myself. Um, but you get to kick around ideas and you get to see the artwork come in and the people that I work with, I'm fans of theirs. I'm a fan of Jason and I love his artwork. So, to have a book that he's illustrated with my name on it is super. It's awesome. It's like, oh, look at this cool book we made. And yeah, he's just fun to talk to, and we have laughs and stuff like that. So, I've never had a bad collaboration, and luckily in my life, with my life in comics. Just I've been lucky enough to work with some incredible people, and Jason is one of those people.
Awesome. And I think we've pretty much covered up the Kickstarter here, and I want to have you back soon. So on the regular show, so I'm not going to talk your ear off. Um, hopefully we can get you.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be on soon. I know Drew has sent out some things, but there was just some stuff going on that I couldn't commit to a
Yeah.
date. But if he reaches out again, or you guys reach out again, I'd be happy to set something up.
Okay, definitely. And so we're going to wrap this up. Where do you like people to find you?
If you go to blindwolfstudios.com, or just search me on the Google machine, just Franco and comic books, and I should pop up. I'm on all social medias as Oh Yeah Franco, or just on Facebook. I'm just Franco, so you could just search me. But yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm inescapable. You could find me anywhere.
Okay, and I know you're going to be at Terrificon. Are there any other cons that you have coming up this year?
Well, unfortunately, due to the situation with my family, I was supposed to go to San Diego, and this is the first time in like I think 18 years that I won't be there. I was supposed to be at LA and ALA. The American Library Association had to cancel that as well. I'm hoping to be at Terrificon. That's on the books, and I'm scheduled to be there. And
Okay.
I'm hoping I actually get to be there. So that'll be the first show that I'll be back out and amongst the people with.
Okay. Well, I do hope to see you there. And everybody, thanks for showing up. And definitely go give Franco your money. This is why we're here.
Thank you.
And Dylan, love you too. Have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.
Thanks.